faltan 2 personas.
All right, guys. Well, I think it's this time of the day. We're going live from IPMS. This is going to be different from what we usually have. So we use a lot of interaction between us and answering comments. This will be more for you just to look through and kind of learn. But I'm going to try to address comments in the chat, but not so much in the real time talking. So here's Mig, and he's going to take it from here.
Hello guys, hello everybody. I am so glad that you can stay here with us connected, because we will enjoy during almost 2 hours explaining how to use a solution box about how to paint German tanks. So I hope that you enjoy like I am enjoying right now with all of those people and friends. So welcome everybody. I am sorry I am so strictly. Thank you to stay here. I appreciate a lot that you spend your time with me. For me, this is a wonderful experience with you guys. So I hope you enjoy, that you have a great time doing what we are doing today. I must tell you one thing. 2 hours is not enough to prove and to test everything in the box, but we will do something interesting and enough attractive to teach you how to use some of the products. So anyway, just enjoy, relax, and open the boxes, because no time for more diplomacy or comments. Okay, there are also many present thanks to Spray Gunners, that thanks to them that help us to organize all of this. So I hope that you like it. But the most important, take the book. That this is something typical in all solution boxes, where you can see all instruction that you can follow when you want to paint something. We designed that like a Lego instructions, very simple and basic. So in each page you have one step. So it's very easy to follow. In case that you want to learn more, when you are at home, you can check everything and you can paint the whole tank following the book. But I want to explain you the most important things, or at least the things that we can use here, because obviously we have no time to use the eyebrush or to apply the base color or the camouflage. This is why I spend my time before came here to the States painting one example for each one, painting the camouflage, the base color, I apply the primer. So this is something that you don't need to do now. Because I made for you, because I am almost your slave for you guys. So we already applied the primer. Just trust me, I applied the primer. I painted the camouflage. I just painted the green and dark yellow because no time for the brown, but will be enough to apply the other effects and other things. Here I have a book, sorry. So you will find many products. Everything is very well explained here, how to use each one. If you must thin down with thinner, enamel thinner or water, the time for drying and everything, which is a very useful information. But let's go to the point that we are right now, that is already painted the camouflage. That is almost page number 24. So we are in that point, page 24. A very important thing, that this is something that maybe is not well explained and not explained many times. When we paint a camouflage, we paint the primer, we apply the base color, and we paint the camouflage. Okay. Maybe even we can put the decals. In this point, and this is one of the most important things that I want to let you know forever, apply a glossy varnish in that moment. This is the moment that you, where you must apply the glossy varnish. And not at the end of the process. Probably there are many people that say always, okay, I paint all my tank, I paint all the techniques, the weathering, the washes, the filters, the matte, the splashes, the oil, and finally to protect everything, I apply a varnish coat, a matte varnish coat. Don't do that never in your life, never. Why? Because if you are covering all your model with a matte varnish coat at the end, you will lose absolutely all textures in your model. Imagine that your tank have glossy oil in the engine deck, or for example, fresh matte. The fresh matte is glossy, it's not matte. But if you are covering everything with matte varnish at the end, you destroy all your work, all the different aspects in the surface. So never do that. Also, if here there are some armor veterans or something like that, you will observe that, okay, you will observe sometimes, depending which tank, depending the theater of that tank, the condition of that tank, sometimes the tanks are not completely matte. Sometimes they are glossy or satin. For example, the N84 Serbian or Yugoslavian tank that fought in the Balkans in 1991, for example, those tanks went to the battle absolutely glossy like a Ferrari. Absolutely glossy, and they were fighting totally glossy. So if you are making that tank and you want to add matte, splashes or dust, you must create that glossy surface to create contrast with the matte dust, for example, right? So this is another reason why you never must apply a matte coat at the end of the process. So there are another tanks that, of course, some American armors, actual ones, that are very flat. Maybe some modern vehicles, APCs, or even the N1 Abrams in some color. No? Probably you will find some of them are totally matte. But not all tanks and not in every places are matte. Some of them are satin or glossy. So this is why I recommend you, after paint the camouflage, especially, for example, in that case, German tanks in the Second World War, apply the glossy or satin varnish. Don't be shy, don't be worried if it's too glossy, because the effects that you will make later will cover that glossy texture. But in some areas, probably you will see the contrast with some, for example, in the gun, when the creep stand over the gun barrel, probably that part of the tank will be very shiny because the friction with the arms or other parts, no? But probably other areas will be covered with dust and will look more matte. So please keep that concept in your mind forever, because it's very important and will make your model more original. So all techniques that I will explain you today, not too many because the lack of time, are easy techniques. Everybody can do it. You don't need to be very skillful and super painter to do that. In fact, all of those techniques are developed for lazy people like me and for people who haven't enough time. I am sure that most of you have wife or children or anything, and you need to spend time with them too. So in my case, when I arrive home, I have maybe only 1 or 2 hours to make modeling. So I cannot spend too much time making complex techniques that take a lot of time, because I want to finish my model, I just want to enjoy it, and I want to start a new one. So remember, all of those techniques must be fast, are designed to be fast and easy to apply. One of the best, or the first ones, is the filter. So take the in the screen. This one will show you. Okay, this little bottle that is an acrylic filter. Okay, acrylic filter. Everybody have this one? Okay. The filters usually are or enamel or acrylic. When to use enamel or acrylic? And this is very important. For example, we can use the acrylic one when we want to dry very fast the filter, because we need to do something immediately after. No? And for example, I use that one when I need to paint many components and many parts of the tank with different filters. So I am creating a lot of variety, and that makes my model much more attractive and richness. The enamel one is good when you want to fix something. For example, you apply the filter and you want to correct it in big surfaces. In that case, I recommend you to use enamel. In that case, we have the acrylic, doesn't matter. For the thing that we want to use is more than enough. Okay? So depending, sometimes you use acrylic, sometimes enamel. Also depending if you are used to enamels, you can use the enamel always, okay? The filter, have one purpose, and is to create or to give uniformity to all the surface. For example, if you have a very complex camouflage, you can apply a filter and everything will be unified in one side. So this is interesting. You can apply even different filters with different colors. Even pink color, blue color, doesn't matter because it's just a filter. Like in photography, when you put a filter in front of the camera, it just modifies subtly the image. So this is the purpose of a filter. But also the filter will provide you another thing that is deep in the surface. Sometimes when you paint a camouflage in your model and you start making the washes, the camouflage and the surface looks too flat, and you don't know why. So the filters will create you an irregular texture in the surface. This is why we apply with brush and not with airbrush. If you apply with airbrush, it will be almost the same. So the brush will provide us irregularity and random effects, which is very important. There are few words that I will repeat today many times, and one is random, aleatory, random, and regular, and non-uniform. So there are concepts that I will repeat you many times because this is the key of a good model. Doesn't matter if you make tanks or planes or anything. Except if it's something very symmetric, like a civil car, like a Porsche or Ferrari, then okay, it must be symmetric. In everything that is under weathering conditions, always become very irregular and random about splashes, matte, or chipping, or any others. So take the brush. You will see that you have 3 brushes, and take the one that is number 6, that is flat brush. This one, number 6. And maybe anyway, guys, if you have any question, any dupe or anything, don't ask me, just paint it. No, just ask me what you want, sorry. No, because I am talking too fast, even if it's not my language, you know. I am sorry if I make mistakes when I talk. But just ask me whatever you want, or if you cannot understand something that I am explaining. So, probably you see in the screen, you can see in the TV, more or less. What I recommend you is take the transparent plate that you have in your table, that we will use it like a palette. Okay? And we will put some drops of the filter in the plate. Okay? Something like that. The filter, just move the brush over the surface only once, don't stay all time painting in the same place, because this is not a painting. This is not paint. This is just a filter. We just need to cover the surface lightly, like this way. I don't know if you can appreciate. It's almost transparent, but it's not. Okay, just cover, humidifying the surface. Don't damp, don't overflow the surface. Okay, guys? And don't move the brush many times over the same place. Just cover the surface and don't touch it. Very small quantity of liquid. Don't overflow it. Don't overflow it, please. And don't touch it. Always, because in that case it's acrylic, you can follow me. Because this is acrylic, it's important, don't touch many times with the brush. Just one time and don't touch it more, okay? Just covering the surface. Maybe even you can use a little more. Yes, covering very well all surface. Okay, as much uniform as possible. Okay. That's finished. This is very.
There's one more student. He don't want to be in the front. Can I put him in the back so I can show him one of the guys?
Okay, the last person?
Yeah.
Yes, he can stay there, okay. So, but then I will need the products also.
Yeah, but I can use
Yes, I will use from some people. Okay? So I took the brush from that guy. I will bring this one. Well, we have one more guess, and I was using your solution box. Water, and a piece of paper.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
And water.
I'll take care of it.
And the brush. I am sorry, I made the filter over your turret, but you can continue. Okay. Well, this is a very something simple. It's just an example. Usually, when I am painting a tank, I apply even 3 filters with different colors. This is only one that will provide you a bit deep in the surface. And also you can apply them in some areas, not in every places. You can be selective and, okay, I want brown filter in the turret, gray filter in the hatches, for example. And you will create a lot of variation and many tones. While it is drying, let's go for the next step. Okay? It's so simple. For example, yes?
So on the filters, you were talking earlier about a gloss varnish as a start after the base colors. Bonani says in the book they're applied best over a flat matte surface. So
well, I must tell you one thing. This was painted by John Bonani, that is a grid modeler from the States, and he painted in his way. I have a different method that I think that are more easy. Of course, the filters, this is like a kind of paradox. Paradox? Paradox?
Paradox.
Yes, it's paradoxic because in one side, the filter works very well over matte surfaces because expand by capillarity in a very uniform way. That is what we need. But the next step that will be washes works much better over glossy surfaces because we need to keep the washes in the lines, in the joints, in the rivets, in the, to create more contrast around the details. So what we can do, a matte coat for the filters or a glossy surface for the washes and to create real limbs like I told you before. So this is why I prefer Glossy, because that will provide me a better, I forget that word in English, sorry. Joder, ahora se me olvidó también en español. I forget in Spanish too. Performance, better performance for the washes, which is more interesting because I need to be very accurate because I need to put the washes in the right places. Don't overflow all surface, only in the details, around the details. So this is why I prefer glossy surface. In the beginning, I made matte because the filters, but I thought that is more important washes than filters. This is why I told you, and I made those parts in glossy surface. Remember, this is not something static that must be always in the same way. No, each one can modify the steps, you can create your own style, you can do the techniques in different orders. But this is just a method, just in case that you want to learn something basic, okay, this will work. But don't think that this is just the definitely method. No, 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 no. So good point. Let's go. Well, while the filters are drying, I was telling that when you arrive home and you want to make another step in your model, usually the filter for the whole tank maybe will take 5 or 10 minutes maximum. So you can just go very quick to your workbench, apply the filter, and let's go to your wife. Nobody will tell you, I go to the toilet, honey, and you are applying the filters, I am here again. So nobody can tell you, you need a lot of time for modeling. You can do a filter today, and tomorrow you will make another step, for example, the washes. So maybe in a couple of weeks, you can paint completely a tank using that method, which is very interesting. And also, to apply the filters today will allow you that tomorrow will be completely dry in the case of the enamel filters, not in the acrylic, that the advantage of the acrylic is that dry very fast, okay? So the second step could be the shaders. For the shader, we need the airbrush. Maybe we can try just because fortunately Spray Gunner bring some airbrushes just for testing, so maybe we can try. This is something very interesting just when we are going for a trip or we are going to the holidays or to the house of some family for holidays and we want to make models, so this is a good option. I have one in Spain that I bring with me when I am going to paint demonstration and I have a compressor, no? This have enough power to paint a camouflage, even a base color, but also effects, so it's a good alternative for some people. So the shaders, yes, this one, exactly this one. A shader with the name Dirt, okay? The one that say Dirt, okay? Dirt, be careful, the one that say Dirt, okay? No, not this one. This one.
Numbers reversed.
Yes, yes.
Dirt.
Sí, it's the same. 0736. Okay? Everybody have one? Don't use the green or other. No, this one, Dirt. Is the one. No, don't shake it, because it can blow up everything. No, why not? Because this is not a paint. Okay? So it having pigment that they can't in the bottom of the bottle. Usually a paint have agglutinant and pigment, and both together need to be mixed to paint. In that case, this is not a paint. Okay? So doesn't need to be shaken. If you want to do it because you are bored, okay, you can do it, but it's not necessary. So the shaders, just we will try a little, so don't try to make something nice or don't expect to see something incredible, because I just want to show you or to explain you the concept of that. The shaders mostly was designed for people who want to make something accurate, for example, in planes. When you are making a plane, a Messerschmitt 109 or whatever you want, you know that the planes have many panels, and many people, for example, make pre-shading or post-shading. Well, this is a kind of post-shading that you will paint the panels after the camouflage, okay? So this is something so subtle that even if you are not too much skillful, you will be able to paint the lines easily over the panels in your model. Even if you make a mistake, nobody will see because it's very subtle. So you can repeat the lines and you will obtain what you want. So it's very transparent, and this is why it's very interesting for people making planes. But also you can use in tanks to make some shadows, to make some discoloration. You can make even rust effects, but everything very subtle. This is not a definitive technique, like when you are using, for example, oils to make rust. This is something just to create a subtle variation in your model. Observe that I am always talking about something subtle, soft, because we are working always with multi-layers in our model. Another layer, another one, and that superimpose will create a very attractive surface in our tanks. So this is why I always work with layers. Someone work with Photoshop here? Photoshop? Who? Only you? 3? Oh, nice. More? Well, in the Photoshop, you know that you are working with layers, right? This is exactly the same, but that you cannot go back. In Photoshop, you can control, but not here. So, no, but with this one, you can do it, fortunately, because this one is so soft that even if you paint and you make something wrong, you can clean it very quick with water and a brush, and you can repeat again. So it's almost like Photoshop. The way to fix it, just let it dry for 24 hours and will be completely dry, or just apply a varnish coat in case that you are overlapping many layers of shaders in your model, and then you will fix it immediately. But, let me try. Okay, you can check that your eyebrush is working. Yes?
So would you use it under, say, like areas like around?
No. Well, because it's very transparent, it's no problem. But remember, the filter don't need to be around the details. Must be completely homogeneous over the surface, not concentrated around the detail. This is a wash that we will make later, okay? So it's just to apply the filter in all surface and forget it, homogeneous, okay?
So it's like a wash or a filter.
Yes, it's like a glaze or something like that. Well, we can use the air to accelerate, and I don't take care if this is a bit glossy. The acrylic filters are a little glossy, the enamel filters are totally matte. Well, so we put few drops, a couple of drops or 3 in the airbrush. And you can try in the paper. It's extremely soft, as you can see. And the most important, it never clogs the needle, never. Not like the acrylics or other paints. So with that, you can make effects like streakings, or you can make even shadows. in a surface in your model. You can create a lot of things, shadows, volumes, rust, streaking.
Like smoke type.
Smoke, for example, in a plane, in the exhaust pipes, or from the machine guns. So, try to do something like that. Start painting outside, and try to make some lines here in the surface. Very subtle. Because it's still fresh. The filter is still fresh.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. If the filter is still fresh, probably you will find something strange, no? But just try in the paper, try to make some lines and observe how subtle it is. Obviously, all of those processes, like I told you, is necessary to let dry 24 hours until the next day, you know? So it could be the perfect. But anyway, even that effect could be even attractive for me. Also, we can make shadows around the details. Let me see. And I don't take care if you paint too much. This one. Okay, so something like that could be more than enough to make shadows around some details or some lines, whatever you want. You can play a little, just a little, or just try also in the paper.
Pull back.
I see. Okay, good.
Is working?
Yes. Yeah, I got a little goopy.
Well, try to make some lines. Observe how very thin lines you can do.
Okay. Wow, you're good.
No, it's because they say. So you can also make lines here,
Okay.
very subtle or around some details. Obviously, you put it too much quantity of filter,
Right.
and we will.
dry.
But anyway, try to experiment a little because the main goal is not to make a super thing right now. It's just to learn how to use the tools, so you will be able to apply when you are in your home making your model. Okay, so try to experiment with the shader over the paper. Try to make some shadows, and you will observe how subtle it is. There are many colors. There are rust color, brown, greens for planes of all kinds. For example, for a F-35, you can use gray colors. There are blues also for corsairs in the Pacific, but also for tanks and for any kind of thing. There are also matte shaders and also glossy shaders in the market. Okay, but anyway, just experiment in the paper is something that I wanted that you try here and that you see by yourself. So in case that you are trying in your home, you never will think that, oh, what happened with this paint? It's not covered in my model. So it's only to create shadows and very subtle things. Okay? So let's go around here to see, to prepare the next step. That will be washes. Anyone have a problem or anyone have need help?
Looks good.
No, but you can make it even smaller. You remove it. I know.
In my.
So when you are making panels in a plane or even a tank around the hatches or something, you can be very accurate.
Tracy.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And never clog the needle. Well, you apply too much filter.
I did,
Now
yeah.
you see.
Yeah.
But I don't take it. When I am painting, I make also. No.
wow, right.
When I paint, I make a lot of mistakes. But I try to convert those mistakes in nice effects.
Right.
And when something like that happened to me, I try to make it more evident.
Okay.
So the people never will think that it's a mistake. So
It's an intentional mistake.
yes. Yeah. No, but it's true, eh?
Yep.
like a marker.
Nice.
So, for example, you can make some
Oh, there you go.
some subtle shadows
Yeah.
around the details, very subtle.
Wow. That's cool.
Or making some
Streaks.
streaks. Okay.
Wow, that's good.
So it's very subtle. I am exaggerating a little, but it's very subtle, but it's very comfortable when you have your big kit, especially, for example, if you are making a big armored train with a lot of surface, this can help you a lot to create all effects in the surface. And if you make a mistake, nothing happens because it's very subtle, nobody can see it. Or you can remove it with water and a brush, okay?
Good, thank you.
Give me. Ah, vale. Look, the lines that you can create, so you can be very accurate. And for example, very subtle. This is why it's very good, and it's one of the favorite techniques for modelers who make planes.
The dry cure time is about how
Ah,
fast?
you already tried
Yeah.
in your
Yeah.
home. So you can see that you can make many nice effects and very quick, okay?
Nice.
How is going?
It's going. I don't think the filter was completely dry before.
Yeah, because you put too much quantity.
Yeah.
This is why I say, just humify the surface and you dump it.
Yeah, I was too heavy.
Oh
with
my
the
God!
dirt. Yeah.
a little.
Yeah, it came out of there. But
Well, a lot of it's because
very
oil
dirty.
coming from the engine.
Yeah.
No, but just let dry now. You can dry with the air from the airbrush, but with this, very important, you can make very thin lines, like a marker. Sometimes to do that with a pen is almost impossible. So this will allow us to create. I put too much. If this happens, I will show you how to fix it. Still fresh the filter. So we can make vertical lines, even we can make transitions to create shadows. For example, sometimes I use that to create shadows under the rounded turrets, for example, around the volume. If you make a mistake sometimes, you can remove it with water. For example, this one. But the filter is still fresh. We are making a mess. But anyway, you can remove it with water and your brush easily. Okay? Sure. Try to project more air to help to dry faster, because now we will move to washes. Okay? But you have learned the lesson very well. No, we are here just for learning and to improve. So.
For the primers.
Good. Good. Even you can be more accurate.
He's more.
Okay. No, don't worry, it's fine. But you make wood. You see that you create some shadows and effects.
Yes.
But even you can be more fine, more accurate, and more precise, because this paint allows you to do that. But good. Of course, when you will stay in your home with your own airbrush and comfortable, no stress, no people around, will be much easier. Yeah, but it's yes, yes, but it's sometimes it's difficult to do in the model because you don't see the color. Even I always make the test using a kind of mask. Yeah, let me 1 second. Your model, this one. Sometimes I do that like an example. I will destroy your, that you seen that you don't paint.
Yeah.
And you paint it. You seen that I don't paint?
Yeah.
No, I don't paint, in fact. But you can see the line.
Yeah.
So it's very, very subtle. So it's good when you want to make something very smooth and subtle, or the coloration or things like that. Eh? But it's okay, it's just for experiment. Just keep in mind when you are at home, for big tanks, for example, I like 1/16 scale. And in 1/16 is beautiful because you have large surfaces and you can start making shadows and volumes, and it's wonderful for big scales. Smaller scales, more difficult. But it's okay. Okay, guys.
What I did is along the top. I've used these quite often now, but I like to, on armor, I like
yes, to make a shadow
highlight
in the
along
upper
top,
edge.
So it's it works well. So
Yes, fantastic. In fact, you must use it only depending what you want to achieve in your model, and this is something that also I usually do. You can combine it with lines or not, or just the details or not. But this is good when you want to create shadows and volume.
At the very end, I sometimes post shade, even when I have streaks.
Yes.
I even post shade then along like a Jagdpanzer along the top edge, just where people have rubbed it or collected dirt, but it works very well.
Yes. Very good work. I see that it's not new for you.
Oh yeah, but this is I bought everything you've ever made.
Thank you, sir.
Sailboat with my name on it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate
I
it.
hope you didn't make this though. I'm not going to buy one of those.
That is cool for painting, eh?
It's an airbrush holder, I think. You see it?
I don't know that.
And it's a paintbrush holder. See it?
And for the brush, huh?
Yeah, I saw this over at your booth, so.
Very nice. Very creative. For eyebrush.
Yeah, was the quick coupling.
Okay. Yes, it's true. Okay, guys. Forget the shaders. Clean the eyebrows if you can with a little water. Is enough, the water, yes?
If I'm a little heavy-handed on this, if you can see I'm a little heavy-handed, how do you correct that? A little bit of a
With the
thinner?
shader.
Okay.
You means if you make so strong lines with the shader.
Yeah, how would I correct that? And do I take just some odorless thinner and thin that
No.
out?
The shader is acrylic, water-based, very important. Don't use thinner, odorless thinner or enamel thinner.
So the water would then
Water.
correct it. Okay, fine.
Yes.
Fine, I got
For example, if you make a mistake, just take the brush and where do you apply the?
Well, like in other words, down here, over here by this bowl.
Okay,
It just seems like it's a little too heavy-handed.
with water. So simple.
Okay, that brings it back to where it was. All
Yes.
right,
So
thank
this is good because this is why it's good because you can paint something. If you make a mistake, you can clean it and repeat again. As soon as it is dry, you can repeat again. So it's very convenient if you want to be relaxed painting and don't take care about my mistakes. Because sometimes happen to me that I am painting like this. Oh my God! I make a very bad line. I need to correct it with water, and I repeat
Even
it.
after it dries?
Yes, after a few minutes. Of course, if you let dry for hours, no.
Okay,
But if you are painting in this moment and you make a mistake, I painted too much, or this line is inclinated and not straight,
Right.
take the brush in that moment, clean it, dry with a hairdryer, and repeat.
Yeah.
So easy.
Okay, gotcha.
If you like what you made, you can apply a varnish coat. For example, if you are making planes, if you are working with many layers of shaders, only in that case you can apply a varnish coat and accumulate more layers over those. Because in case that you want to fix another layer, you don't remove the under layers.
Okay, okay.
So, but only if you are working with many layers of shaders, depending what you are doing. For example,
So in other words, once I put a varnish coat on, it's permanent.
yes,
And then,
yes.
Then I can try the next layer.
Yes.
And then I can work with that layer until I put a varnish.
Exactly, just in case that you want to work with many layers.
Okay, thank
Usually, for a tank, only one layer is enough, and you move to the next technique. So don't worry about tanks. It's only for people who paint very rusty vehicles or starships with a lot of effects or something like that, or planes, maybe.
Don't forget student in the back.
Two?
Student in the back, don't forget.
Ah, okay. How was with this one? Good?
Yeah, okay.
But you don't paint it here, no?
Yeah,
You
it's okay.
painted?
Yeah, no, I painted here.
And not here?
Not there.
Paint here. I want to, because this is more easy. No. This is water only?
I've used, yeah, it's like pretty well. I've used these before.
Ah, you use the shader?
Yeah.
Okay.
I use it on an airplane for the panel lines.
But when then you are expert. Then I don't. Okay, then in that case I will forget that. No, because people who make planes, this is something wonderful. So you have that experience.
Like, I'll take a panel and tape it off, and then like do the panel, like let's say one in green, and let's say do one in blue. And
Yes,
one in yellow,
yes.
And you get a nice difference.
Yes.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes.
But the problem is I use this one because I bought them before this came out.
No, this one is only for this box. But now we have, well, this is the matte version,
Yeah.
and this is
Oh,
glossy.
shiny.
Yes,
You
a
have
little.
to mat it over, spray it
Yes,
over. Yeah.
this is why finally we released it. I like it more, this one.
Why?
But I don't know, because also provide me more textures to my model. But many people, mostly plain modelers, prefer more matte. So this is why, okay, we must make matte. So what it's not what I want, it's what the people want. So, okay, now we will take this one. Guys, wash. Time for washes. If you already cleaned your airbrush, now it's time for washes. This one, okay? This is enamel. This is not acrylic. So be careful and don't put your brush in your water cup, okay? That this happened to me many times also. But okay, take your enamel wash. This time we need to shake it, finally. So now you can use your hand, like you know. Shake it very well. And we will use also, the fine brush that is, yes, this one. This one. So I will open for you. Okay. Well, with this brush, that we must try to keep very in good conditions, and don't press over the table or things like that. Just try to conserve it very well, because we will try to make some chipping later. We will try. This is not the best brush for chipping, but we will try to see what happens, okay? So don't damage too much that brush. With this brush and the wash, we will start applying the washes around the details in our model. Someone have only a turret, that is you, I think, no? You have only, I am using your color, this one. This is not yours?
Yeah, it was. I took it from here, but
And this is another one?
No, you take it back. Tú se lo has devuelto, has cogido el de allí.
Vale. Okay, you can apply the washes, because the others have a different part, a different piece, but you can apply the washes around the the wheel seams and those little details you can, around the rounded hatch, you can apply the wash, okay? Because you are the only one with that piece. Okay. So, very important, one more time. I recommend you to put amount of wash in the plate because those jars can fall down easily. And I have very bad experience and hurt a lot. So, okay, with this could be more than enough. And now we close the bottle. Okay? So now, don't overflow the surface because that is a filter, but just around the tiles. The glossy surface will help us to keep the washes in their place and avoid that expand by capillarity. So something like that will be more than enough. Okay, so you can repeat in all the details. Even here, we can apply more. Don't put too much, eh? This is even too much. So you can continue applying the wash around all the details and let dry. Remember, not too much quantity, especially talking, who is your name? I am watching you. Who is your name?
Alan.
Alan. Nice, Alan.
He's one of the leaders of the convention,
No,
so
we
don't
don't need
screw
to
with
tell
him.
them.
Ah, no, but this is my empire. This is my territory. So, Alan, few quantity. Okay, few. Okay, less is more. Remember. Yeah, so put a little around the details. Close the bottle, or we will have accidents here. You can put more. Yeah? More quantity, or will be not enough. Like this. Okay. Close. Okay. You have here, right? Mm-hmm. Show me. You have also a turret. Okay. Paint around that hatch and the rest of the details, yes. And let it dry. Don't touch it. Okay?
What do you think?
Yes, good, perfect.
Rock and roll.
I will explain you now why we must let dry and don't touch it. You are only here, okay. Perfect. And finish this one. Okay. And the rivets too. Perfect. Perfect. You are a good modeler, man. Maybe you can stay here in my position and I can go for a beer or something. Or tomorrow we can.
My optimizer.
Me too. So now I am completely blind because I usually have glasses, the other ones, and now I am completely blind. I cannot see your faces.
I was just complaining about, like, no cheaters.
You two also the same problem. No, we are in fact, all of us. Except Alan, that he is very young, and he spent a lot of quantity of washes and filters. Don't go with a lot of scare. Be be more free. It doesn't matter if you put too much quantity in some places, so you can go faster.
And just clean it up on the back end.
Like this. It's good that you are accurate because you will clean less, but
It'll come right off.
yes, you can. Yes, we will blend it later with many methods, and so you can be more free to go faster. A little shy.
A little shy?
Yes, you are the opposite to Alan.
I'm subtle.
Yes, but we must create contrast,
Okay.
because if we don't create contrast right now, we will lose.
Oh, we're going to cover this up a little bit?
Yes, so
Okay.
don't be shy. Okay, that way.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Thank you.
more contrast.
Am I shy
Be-
too?
Yes, because you are together and the side guys. Okay, we have Alan that spend a lot of product, the side guys. No, a bit more contrast. Well, this was the problem with the filters. But don't worry, it even looks nice. Yeah, but the washes are going well. It's just to provide contrast and deep.
Okay.
In here. It's okay. Also too much filters, too much quantity. But it's good. It's good that you made that mistake. Because now you know that you must humidify just very softly and smoothly the surface. No, but even if you apply too much, it's not a problem.
No,
because looks dirt.
I got on the shader as well. I got bubbles, but it was starting floating. So, but I think I removed most of it.
But anyway, don't worry, because even if looks like that right now, it's good enough. Because later we will make another effects and everything will be mixed. Remember what I say about the layering. Many multiple layers will create our model very attractive and with a lot of deep. Okay? So it's not bad. It's good. It's good. Oh, we have the first missing in action guy. Eh?
Too much pressure.
Too much pressure. Okay, we are less people now. More contrast, you do.
Okay.
More contrast. Okay? For example, here, where is the color? Oh my God.
I want to save it.
You want to save for the rest of your life.
Yes.
Even if you stay painting every day, you never will finish. Oh my God. Okay, so. Like this, okay?
Oh, okay.
A bit more contrast.
Much more.
In this way, okay? Thank you. Okay, guys, why I say that you must make a lot of contrast in this moment when you are making the washes. Remember when I told you to create different layers with different effects? If now, good? Okay. Well, bien, bien. No problem, bien. Okay. If you are too subtle now, if you are too soft making the washes, as soon as you start applying other effects like streaking, dust, pigment, matte, you will miss the contrast. You will lose the contrast completely. So this is why now it's time to be very strong creating the contrast with the washes. Even sometimes I repeat 2 times if I want more contrast. So you can do 1 layer of washes, and during the process, maybe when you are applying the pigments, I apply washes to keep the contrast alive. So don't be shy in this moment.
Should we clean the brush after we're done?
What?
Should we clean the brush after we're done?
Well, yes, you can take the odorless thinner, enamel thinner, that is the number 2018 Take that one. This is enamel odorless thinner. And with this, you can clean the brush. And also, we will use it to blend the washes and to clean. While your washes are drying, I will tell you a couple of methods to make softer and to blend it. Usually, I let dry, and I use a sponge, the typical sponge for makeup that for sure everybody use here, right? when you are going for party, you use your makeup sponge. No, but you can buy in any place, in any store, are very cheap. And those sponges are enough hard to clean the surfaces in your model and to remove the excess of the wash. People who make planes, they know more techniques about that because they need to fight with the panels and all lines, and they usually use the washes and they remove with a sponge or with something similar. Don't use cotton. I mean, how is the name when you clean your... Okay, don't use that because that will leave a lot of hairs, small hairs in every places, and it's very ugly. And also don't use paper because have the same problem. So the perfect solution is the sponges. Okay, I recommend you sponges to have a nice collection of sponges with different intensities, different hardness, and shapes also to move around the details is perfect. I always have a nice collection of sponges. The other method is to use the brush with a little odorless thinner, just a little, I will show you now, and to blend it very fast, and it's so easy to do that. So, probably this is already dry, yes. So, maybe you can show here in the screen. It's very small, but no. Yes, this one. You put here.
Yeah, I just put a little bit.
We will put a little more. This one you can recover it later. Give me your paper because I make a mess. Okay.
Can't take you anywhere.
Eh?
I'm joking. Can't take you anywhere without making a mess.
Okay. Well, I put the brush inside the thinner, and I remove it. I remove the excess by touching the paper. Okay? And now I can start blending. Like for example, very important, remove most of the thinner in your brush. Or for example, this. It's so easy to remove it when it is almost dry. But keep your brush with almost no thinner and will be easier. Have you seen? Mm-hmm. So easy.
You're basically just going back and cleaning it up.
Yes, yes. Remove the excess, clean again, dry it until you get everything completely smooth and soft. Okay? How are doing the side guys? You must let dry a bit more, because it's still fresh. Very important.
Okay.
Very important to let dry the washes. If the wash is still fresh, will be more difficult to remove it. Well, you apply too few quantity of washes, and also it's not enough contrasted. So it's not bad, but after we make other effects, all of that will disappear. If you want, and this is fresh, was the filter. This filter problem is because you accumulate too much quantity in that part. This is why in the beginning I say, I may not use this too. Yeah, but was accumulated anyway. The rest is okay, everything, but this is because was accumulated. Because I give you the turret while I was doing that in that moment. Anyway, for next time, try to exaggerate more the contrast, always. Because from this distance, and me that I have no glasses, everything looks flat, not contrasted. And if you put in a table like this, almost no washes. You cannot see any contrast. This is why it's important to exaggerate in this point, because the next effects, like pigments, streaking effects, and others, will cover everything. So this is why we need to create a lot of contrast. Well, it's still fresh in some areas. Where is the thinner? Thinner. Look that. The paper, give me more paper, more clean paper, and you will see, you can take a look here. For example, this shape we will clean easily with the brush. Just a little and it's enough, okay? And even some of those, we can reduce. Okay, in this way you can make more accurate. It's not bad, but you can clean some of them. This I don't know if it's shader. No, this maybe is the filter. But you can correct those ones, like I made those, okay? To make it perfect. Be careful, because it's open. Yeah, you can use the airbrush to accelerate the process.
I think it wasn't totally dry before I started.
The problem is because in the beginning, too much quantity of filter, everything is getting affected by this one. So, yes, I recommend you to accelerate the. Because there are a lot of washes in every places. Yeah, well, for example, the thinner, this one. Thank you, Alan. For example, this one that you make a mistake, because, and maybe this is the shader, not the wash. Now we have a key, we have a kind of combination of shader, filters, and washes, and now we doesn't know what is what. We need to let dry.
Okay.
Because it's too damp.
Okay.
It's too damp now. So use those the next minutes to dry with the airbrush. Okay, use the air just to help drying all time. And show me, Alan. Okay. For example, not bad. Not bad. But try to be accurate and clean. For example, where I saw. Again, I don't know if this is, no, now it's clean. Now it's clean, now it's fade. Now. So try to clean each part that is not natural, just because sometimes the washes expand and dry in a very random ways and are ugly, so you must correct with the thinner and the brush. But it's more or less good, so don't worry, it's fine. It's fine now. You are learning the importance to apply the right quantity of each technique, or it can grow up exponentially. and make each time more problematic, no, with each step. So everything can be fixed and you can find solution to cover mistakes, no? But it's better if we try to avoid the mistakes since the beginning. Okay, but now with the thinner, where is the thinner? Thinner. And paper?
Paper.
Artem, maybe you can give more paper to the people? A couple of pieces of...
You mean the clean paper or the...
Yeah, clean paper. No, the kitchen paper. For example, look that.
I see it.
This is very ugly, so we will remove it.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Okay. So we are correcting possible mistakes. But here also there are a lot of
Too much.
filter, so I am removing if I humidify a lot.
Thank you.
But if you are fast enough, we will try to avoid. So all dirt around the details must be soft.
Gotcha.
Not
Not too much. Not too blotchy like that.
yes, like this one. So fast, okay? More or less like that. Well, it's the problem when the first coat of filters is too much, no? And we don't let to dry enough time. But again, like I told to your friend, thinner. Sorry, 1 second. For example, we must repair all of this. But it's mixed with too much filters.
I went overboard on filters.
But we must try to clean.
Yeah.
Or like this. But the problem is that everything is too damp and become more difficult.
It's smearing.
Yes. Well, anyway,
I see.
the next step will be streaking effects. I don't take care if the washes was not too accurate or not, because this I don't know if it's shader or the filters or all together. I am not sure because it's too much mixed together, too much quantity. But for next time, less quantity of everything, let dry, and you will see how everything is more simple. In another cases where the people apply less quantity of filter, everything is going very smooth and accurate. But in that case, because too much, everything is getting humid all together and become more difficult, okay? One more time, try to accelerate the dry with this, okay? Because it's important that for the next step, we keep something very solid and dry, or we will have even more problems, because we are accumulating the problem.
I mean, that second application, either darker, so I'm cleaning it up now.
Yes, good. Fantastic. No? I will take yours for like a sample. For example, this one that use less quantity, you see the difference, no? That is more soft, everything is flowing very well, the washes and everything. Okay? But now you know the origin of the problem. Eh?
Yes.
Here, yes, I show you one example with less quantity of filter, and you see the difference, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah? With less quantity, that is the point. But you know for the next time, which is good. If nobody made mistakes, nobody will learn, and probably something will happen in your home, and you will say, "Hey, where is Mig now?" So, you're welcome. And your part. Fantastic.
Thank you.
You look professional. maybe you are professional and you are here just because you want to spend your time relaxing.
I'm retired.
You have a lot of that. No, but it's perfect, sir. Fantastic.
This is the good students table.
Yes, those are the professionals, the professional table. The side guys, the professional ones, we have a bit of everything. No, just kidding. Eh?
Sure.
Let me see. What happened here? This is because the washes or why? This area, those areas.
You mean the streaking?
I want to adjust. Those effects is because you painted with the shaders, or is the washes?
With the washes and then the odorless thinner on top of those.
Where is the thinner? Thinner, this one. See the shaders? Well, in some areas it's good. Well, for example, you need to repair this.
See, I overworked that area, you can tell.
What?
I overworked that area trying it. If you can tell, like.
Yes, you must let dry.
I gotta know when to back away. And not keep trying to fix it and fix it.
Okay. It's better if we let dry.
Okay.
Use the air from the compressor to accelerate the process, to force to dry faster, and everything will be easier, okay? But the point is that it's just to put a little quantity around, not too few, not too much, just the right quantity to create a very dark silhouette around the details. Or when you have panels or joints, will be even more easy. But it's just to create contrast. Even if you don't do very well, because I don't do very well either because I work very fast, the next steps also will help to cover and to give to all your model something homogeneous and attractive. So don't worry, okay? But it's fine. It's more or less fine. For example, your brush and thinner. Here we have a good example, what I mean. Look at that. Look at that. A paper? Here, this one. You see this, okay? We will correct. Have you seen? And now, here.
Okay, yeah, I was letting it dry because I was gooping it up.
Now you understand, right?
Yeah.
And here too. And here,
Yep.
removing the washes over the detail. So this is a tedious work because you need to be very accurate, and I will give you now an advice for everybody. To write too much. So we must keep cleaning until achieve something perfect around each detail. We must try to make it sharp, and this is why we need to keep cleaning until every single detail is perfect. Okay.
Well, I'm confusing weathering, and what you're saying is you're just doing light. You're managing light and contrast. And me, I'm thinking, I can start streaking and doing, weathering. But no, I can't do that. I should just look at washes as washes, and then the weathering, streaking stuff will come later.
Well, the washes is part of the weathering in general, because the washes is just accumulation of dirt around the details. No? The point is that using different layers of different kind of weatherings the washes is one of them, we will obtain something that with the distance will be very attractive. So this is why it's not necessary to be excessive perfect in all steps, or you will need a lot of time to make each step in the process of the weathering. Anyway, now we will make the streaking and everything will be more attractive with the next step, with this one. This one, okay? So now I give here, I put here but keep drying right now.
Okay.
Keep drying a little more, because more dry, much better, okay? Just.
Are we using the airbrush again?
No.
Okay, good.
No.
I'm ready to run out of it.
No, we will use the air only at the end to make splashes. So save a little battery if you want. Oh, sorry, sir. Guys, very important. One last advice about the washes. Now, more or less, all of you has made good washes. You know the problem when you apply too much quantity, or if you apply really few quantity, so must be a balance. But very important advice. When you stay alone in your home making your model, try to make the washes in smaller areas. So today, the turret. Tomorrow, the rear part of your tank. The next day, the frontal one. Because you need a lot of time for blending and making clean the washes. As soon as you let dry the wash, you need to clean it with clean thinner. But if you let dry too much time the washes, you will be not able to clean it. So this is why it's very dangerous to let dry for a long time. So don't apply the washes and go to do another thing in your home. Apply the washes in a very small area, wait until it is dry, and then start blending. Tomorrow, another area in your tank. If you cannot do everything the same day, okay? Very important, very important. Okay, guys, time for streaking using the oil brusher. Take the oil brusher that is the dark brown. And now I want that all of you become very fast doing that, because you don't need too much time to do that. You must be very, very, very fast. You don't need to shake it, this one. The oil brusher. Don't shake it. Hey, guys, you like a lot to do this. I don't know what happened. You take anything in your hand and start doing this. Now, come on.
The army.
Oh, my. Okay. Don't shake it. It's not necessary. This is a kind of oil, but it dries faster than oils. It's more easy to apply than normal oils, have less oil than oils.
Shake well before using. It's your product.
This is by default. This is by default, but you don't need to shake it. Trust me. We always put that in many products. It's true. Maybe not in the shaders.
Yeah, probably not. I don't think I
Keep
saw
on
it.
It's the graphic designers.
But, you know, I use a lot of your stuff, so I actually read the instructions.
Well, if you shake it, no problem. Nothing happened. You never will create fire or something like that with that. But it's not necessary to waste your time. Oh my God. Anyway, the point is that the oil brusher have a brush inside, which allow us to paint directly our model. So, I will, you can take the laptop and came with you, that you have a turret, and I will make here, okay? Because you have two sides, so maybe everybody can see in the TV. And it's so easy and simple. No, not this one. This is a streaking rust. No, this one. Okay. Dark brown, 3512. Okay?
Well, that says shake well before using.
This is, where is it? Keep out of reach of children, danger. So you cannot use it. It's not for children. Shake well before use, yes. This is a graphic designer mistake for sure. No. Okay. I shake it also. I don't know what happened. I take anything and I start shaking. Even the eyebrows. Oh my God. I don't know if we will paint something nice or not, but we are having fun. Okay, so very fast, okay? Before I start painting, open the big brush, the big flat brush, number 8, yes. We will need that brush and a thinner, enamel odorless thinner, one more time, those two things, okay? So we have ready everything in our table and we will do this. Pay attention, eh? Just start painting from top to down, making some lines, some of them longer, another smaller, very random, different intensities. Don't paint too much. Remember, less is more. If you don't like, or in case that you paint really subtle, you can repeat that technique again. So as soon as we have this, you see that almost in the lower areas, I don't paint lines. Okay? And now we take the thinner one more time. Give me your paper. And now it's very important what I will explain you, because this is the correct way for many techniques. We take the thinner and we press over the paper, removing the excess of thinner. Remove all excess of thinner. So now it's just humid. And now we will start doing this fast movement over the surface. In one round, we clean, we remove. Another round, removing the excess of thinner always. If you don't remove the excess of thinner in your brush, will be a mess. So dry very well the brush, and again blending very fast. From top to down only, not from down to up. Okay? We can leave more lines or less, depending how intense we want to make the effects. But you must work with the brush very fast. So I needed 2 minutes. You guys have 3 minutes to do the other side. Okay? Take it. Let's go.
Too much, too little?
Well, you painted too much, but now thinner?
Yeah.
You need to remove it very well.
Okay.
To make it soft.
Okay.
With this could be more than enough.
Okay.
Okay? Don't touch it. Well, if you want to repair something.
No, I think this is too heavy over here, so.
Alan?
I think that was too heavy with the initial streaks.
Well, no problem, because we take the brush thinner.
Thinner.
No problem. And we can keep removing, making it softer. Can you see, no? Always I remove the excess. Like this. Perfect.
And you brush all the way top to bottom when you brush?
Yes.
Okay.
Always from top to bottom, and move the brush up and again.
All the way down
okay?
the pan.
But never like this because then we'll not obtain the same effect.
Okay.
Okay?
Very good.
So, good. Just let dry if you want. And perfect. So simple, no? So simple. But when you have your all model in front of you, a lot of surfaces, for example, imagine a jet tiger that is really huge. That technique is very convenient because you make the lines, you blend it, and you do the tank very fast in few minutes. So it's another technique that you make one night, and the next day will be completely dry and ready for the next technique. Okay? You can remove more, yes. It's going very well, eh? Yeah. Very well. Oh, sorry. Just put here, okay.
Yeah, and I was on that side though. I got too much out to begin.
Yeah, but no problem. You can remove as much as you want. You can remove even everything. The point is when you must stop, when you stop. Eh? So for me, this one is perfect.
Okay.
Right now, just perfect. You was almost perfect.
All right, thank you.
Okay? No. Make the movement completely from top to down. Not only like this. Eh? You was doing this. No. Must be like this. From top to down.
Okay. Full distance.
Okay? This is the way. Okay? Continue, please. Okay, guys? Can I see your model? Well, maybe a little subtle, maybe too much subtle, but it's better this than too much.
Just too much, yeah.
Because when it's dry, if you think that it's too much subtle, you can repeat again, as much as you want. So I prefer this, okay?
Yes.
But it's okay. And yours? Maybe yours is too much subtle. Maybe you must repeat a little. Yes, because I cannot see the lines. So repeat a little. Be conservative, but the purpose is to see the marks. Very well blended and blurred, but we must see them. And I cannot see in yours. I can see in yours, but not in yours. Okay? A little more. What are you doing, master? Fucking good. I cannot tell you any more.
What do you think? Take off a little more?
And you too. Well, maybe you can blend a little more because I can see the marks of the brush. A little more, but you are doing very well. You are doing a very good job. You guys, both. Can I see your model?
Oh yes, I was hoping you would take a look. Too much, too little.
Maybe are you using too much thinner? Maybe because I see too humid. Maybe you remove it too much. Maybe, but
I started out with I felt like I put too much of this on.
Yeah, but you can remove continually as much as you want. So this is the good thing of this technique, that you can remove more or less depending, or you can remove a lot, make it very subtle, and repeat after it is dry.
So in this case, would you have left more on?
Maybe for my own test, maybe I would like to let dry, and I would like to repeat if it's mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm curious.
But sometimes I do that. I do.
Just blow it off with that.
Yes, you can dry a bit and repeat a little, just a little. Okay.
I think that's the same. I took a lot off.
Yeah, well, I can see the line, so it is getting a nice look.
So if you're going to put more on, wait till it's totally dry, and then put more oil.
That could be the perfect way.
Okay.
So you can do that in your tank,
Yep.
let dry, and if you think, it's a little subtle, I will do a little more, or maybe so only in some areas.
Okay.
But it's better when it is dry. You can do it right now if you want, because this is almost dry. You are working very well with the right quantity of thinner, so maybe a little subtle, but it's not bad.
Okay.
So could be nice also. Also depending of the state of your model. For example, your tank can be more old or in worse conditions or more new. So probably you will want more or less depending the subject.
Makes sense, yeah.
Always is important to take good real photos, like a reference, and the photo will tell you if you need to put more or less. Okay? But good work. You can do a little more if you want, but up to you. It's your decision, but it's okay. And the best, sorry, one second.
No, go
and the best point is, what I like it is that you are working with the correct quantity of thinner, which is very important.
So should I go along the whole
You
thing
can
again?
you can do again or only in some areas or less quantity than before.
Okay.
The most important, some lines longer and another one shorter. Guys, what are you doing? Well, not bad, but you can correct even a little more. For example, this. Look that. This one, you can correct a bit more. And maybe that was the bases, or why it is so dry. Maybe it was the filter or the shader.
Mark, what happened here?
Yes, and
My
it's
new nickname is Mark. What happened here? Thank you. I'm honored. You're the only person that I could I'd be honored to be called.
Sorry. No, because appear some rare effects that I don't know where they are coming. No, so I don't know if it's because the filter or the.
I think it was some of the washes.
Maybe it's a kind of mixture. No, but for example, if sometimes this happened to you at home, again, an easy way to fix it is for example, if I want to fix something strain, I will make some other lines more exaggerated, like this. Thinner. Paper. And now.
So now you're competing for attention with the mistake. The mistake is there, but you've got other things there.
Yes, exactly. You are trying to make more, ser más inciso, más. Joder, es que qué palabras.
Dime en español.
No, que tú tienes que tratar de incidir más en una zona. Incidir.
He wants you to impress more in a certain area. Impress more in a certain area.
More thinner, don't close. We need it. Sí, porque a veces en inglés tiene. Sí. Always very straight. More or less. Let dry now. But was not bad, what you made. Only because those effects that are under the streaking drive me crazy, no? Because I don't know if it's because the streaking or because the previous one. No, but you made good. And the good point is that now the surface start to be more attractive because many shade, many effects, many overlapping, no? So just let dry.
Lots of going on.
Yes.
Distraction.
Yes. Okay. Try to use the airbrush to accelerate the dry, to go for the next round.
Did you understand about the impress what he was talking about?
I think so.
Yes, you are right in the limit that maybe you need to blend it a little more, just a little, because I can see some lines too strong, but it's not bad. For example, maybe you can correct this one a bit.
Okay.
Maybe those ones that are too evident. Okay? There are always something that I say, if I can see the trick, it's because you made wrong.
Okay.
Let me see your model. Well, soft, but okay. I can see some lines, but very subtle, very smooth, so it's perfect.
Good.
Yeah? No worse.
Thank you.
Good work. Good work. And yours? Here? The same. It's curious. The people in the same table almost do the same at the same level. So maybe who is copying to who? It's like in the Psalms. Yes. No, but it's good. Both of you are doing more or less the same, so it's good. It's soft. That is better. In case that you want more exaggeration, just let dry and repeat. So simple. So it's better to be short at the beginning, to be less at the beginning. Yes, because you can repeat as much as you want. The problem is if you put too much, and when it is dry, you say, oh my God, it's too much, it will be difficult to remove it. And another advice, this technique always works better over satin or glossy surfaces. Another reason why to apply glossy varnish. One advice for everybody, very important, because sooner or later you will be alone in your home, and you will try to do that in your model in the future, and it will be impossible to blend it. And you will say, why? It works better over satin or glossy surfaces. Over satin or glossy will be very easy to blend it. If your surface is completely matte, will be very difficult to do it. In that case, I recommend you to humidify the surface with enamel odorless thinner, then make the lines and blend it, and you will fix the situation. So this is another reason why I decided to put glossy varnish in the base, because it's easier to do that, okay? Very important.
Could you repeat the second method? You say if you've got matte surface, another way to go at it is to...
Yes. Imagine that for any reason, your model is matte.
Yeah.
For any reason, doesn't matter. Or you forget to apply the varnish, or because you want to paint matte. In that case, to do that technique, take the brush with only odorless thinner, humidify, not damp, not overflow the surface, just humidify a little the surface, and immediately make the lines, and immediately start blending. This is the way, to avoid that those lines dry too fast over the matte surface. Very important advice.
45 minutos.
Sí. Ahora
No te podemos seguir con la cámara porque no tiene batería. Para que expliques de ese lado al principio se puede.
Okay, good. Subtle, but good. Remember, always is, in that case, always is better less, because you can repeat as much times as you want, even with different colors. Yeah, for example, this one can be brown, but maybe now you want to make another round with gray colors to create more effects, depending the situation of your tank. And yours, sir? Well, also subtle, but enough. Yeah? Subtle, but enough. Not bad. Yeah? But because now you know the technique, you can exaggerate more in the future if you need it. Okay? So, let's go for another technique, because more or less your model is dry, right? So we have around 40 minutes, and we already made the streaking. Could be nice to make some chipping, but maybe it will take us a lot of time, because it's not easy. You need to be very concentrated, you need a lot of time. The other day we make in Tampa,
Just give theory, maybe just talk about it.
The what?
5 minutes talk about it, just give
Yes, I can explain you a little about the chipping, but the chipping needs a lot of practice, a lot of training. It's not so easy like, okay, I will teach you how to do it, and I will do my chipping. No. You need to practice a lot. It's like when you go to the gym. I don't go to the gym and tomorrow I am like Schwarzenegger, no. I need to go months or even years to achieve that goal. With the chipping, it's exactly the same. Probably, for me, and for many people, is the most slower process in all category of weathering techniques. Sometimes I need more time only for chipping than for the rest of the techniques of the time together, including the base color and camouflage. So now you can understand how tough is the chipping technique. But I want to give you some advices, okay? Just to keep in mind, and you can try in your own, and you can experiment as much as you want. Maybe I can try to make by myself, okay? With one example, maybe with your turret, and I will show you just the basic concepts. And also I can make the draft that I made the other day in Tampa. So first, maybe came with me. We have a pen, a marker. Someone have a marker? Something black, something to paint? Money? Do you have something? Okay. I will explain you.
Marker. Streaking dust.
You are a bad guy. Well, 1 second. I will give you a little of theory, so we will use that time to... ¿El qué?
¿Quieres que agarre uno en la mesa de adelante? Marcador.
Sí, si pudieras conseguir, te lo agradecería, porque si no, no voy a poder... Okay. No, maybe too soft. No? Black.
different colors.
This one. Okay. Sometimes the worst that you can find in a model contest is a model that is well painted, but with terrible chipping. You destroy completely your model. Doesn't matter if it's a plane or it's a tank or anything. If you make wrong chipping, you say, oh my God, what a disaster. Doesn't matter if you paint it very well. And many people fail with the chipping because it's probably one of the most difficult things to do. There are many techniques, of course. For example, using the sponge. For example, using the chipping fluid that help us to create natural chipping. But when you need to paint with your brush, the chipping is when the problem is coming, a very bad problem. So, let me explain you a bit of theory. And don't forget that. I explain many times. I never get tired to explain that because it's very important. Okay. There are 3 important aspects when we are making chipping. The first one is the shape of the chip. What is the shape? The shape is not like the clouds in the sky, very rounded and smooth, no. This is not the real shape of chipping. The real shape is not this, like amoebas, no. Those are clouds from the sky. Okay? This is Brom. We cannot paint the chipping like that. Okay? This is sometimes because we are using too much paint or the paint is too thick. Then we will obtain this kind of chipping. So how must be the shape of the chipping? Must be something more raw, like this. More aggressive shapes. So you can see the difference, right? This is the correct shape of the chipping, and this is brown. Sometimes I see a model that is full of clothes, brown clothes in every places.
More angular.
Yes, yes, exactly. Like a saf, something like that. So this is the first point, very important. I finally found that, but bring to me just, maybe it's, Bigger. Much better. Okay, let's go to the second super important point when we are making the chipping. That is the different size of the chipping. Some people know how to make nice chipping, the shape, okay? And they do like this. Oh, very nice, I am very good painting chipping. And they make another one, and another one, and another one. Totally wrong. You cannot paint the chipping, all of them with the same size. This is an extremely big and terrible mistake. And many people do that. Also in model contests when I see the models in every places in the world. So how must be? Something like this. Some of them big and another smaller, some dots, some scratches. So we must create more variety about size. Okay? This is very important. Some people also make all of them very small, and also it's boring. So it doesn't matter if you make big or small, will be boring if all of them are the same. And the last, and also very important, is how you make the distribution of the chipping in your model. And this is when almost everybody fail. Almost everybody. The people think, I am very good painting chipping, I make a perfect shapes, I make smaller and bigger, but when they start applying the chipping over the tank, finally everything becomes like a kind of pixel camouflage, because everything is the same in every places. Okay, this is my German tank. Hatches, the engine. So what the people do is they start making super nice chipping here, but they make the same here, and the same here, and the same here, same here. But he say, no, I am very good painting chipping. I am professional making chipping. And the friends say, yes, you are very good making chipping. But they do that. And what we have? This is a giraffe. It's homogeneous, and in every place the same quantity of chipping, the same size, the same everything, the same distribution around our model. Like a template, yes. Exactly the same. So this is boring, and an expert eye can see that very fast. And when you see that, it's because that modeler was very comfortable making the chipping. He knows that he knows how to paint the chipping, but he forget that he's painting a whole tank. And the whole tank must be different, must be random, must be asymmetric. So, how we must do it? Again, my Sherman. This is a jumbo. It's bigger than the other. Okay, so to avoid this, we will try to be random and totally asymmetric, but not asymmetric only from one side to the other, also asymmetric from the front to the rear, from one side to the other, from one hatch to the other. Don't repeat the same chipping in every places. Try to make always something different. But this rule is not only for the chipping, it's also for all kind of techniques that you will apply in your model. Doesn't matter, streaking, rust, some kind of effects, discoloration. So if you are making a discoloration or fading in your model, do it only in one fender. Don't make that in both fenders, for example, in matte wars. So let's make some chipping here, but not the same in the other side. For example, we will make here one small, some dots, enough. Okay? Here the same, we can make here one, but not in the other side. Maybe here, some in the turret, here in the cornet. and this is not symmetric. It's totally different, and this makes our model very attractive and different, and the people don't get bored looking your model. Okay, if you are able to remember all of this for the chipping, you have half of the work done. The other half is your hand. You need ability to paint the chipping. You need to observe the real things very well to see how to make the chipping, and you need a good brush. I usually use a very good brush only for chipping. A Kolinsky brush, 3 zeros or 4 zeros, just for chipping, and I only use for that, only chipping, okay? The brush that we have here is fine, but is not good for chipping. This is good for make some fading and effects. This is why I don't want you to allow you to make the chipping right now, because it will be difficult with that, and we will obtain only clothes. The color to make the chipping is right here. Maybe is this, no, Dunkelgelb is the chipping color. No, this is metal. Also you can make chipping with metal. But the color that I like it, this is why we made it, is the chipping color. That is the 20064 reference. This is a perfect color for chipping. I have seen many tanks with chipping in all conditions, even in operative conditions. And of course you can find chipping in rust color. But most of them is always this kind of very dark brown, because the iron, the steel, when it gets rusted, because the atmosphere is in touch with the air, get rusted very fast and appear that color. Of course, if someone is policing because the friction or because they are touching continually, will appear metal color, policed metal color. But if you don't touch it, will appear always that color. About chipping is just like to tell about for hours, but we must move forward. So, dust, splashes, and math.
You've got a number of brushes that are for sale that are labeled dry brushing. Do you have one that's labeled chipping that is like the one that you like using?
About brushes?
Brushes, yeah. You have packages of brushes, and some say dry brushing, some say
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in fact, there are one, but I cannot remember which reference is this one. But anyway, guys, if you have any question or you want to ask me any other thing or talk about something, I will be the next Saturday in Sprycanner both. So you can talk with me if you want to ask me for any question. I will be super happy to talk with you about everything you needed. But I will, if you are going there Saturday, I will tell you which brush I use for the chipping. It's a red one, but I cannot remember the reference. Okay, let's do dust and splashes. That is something very attractive that will make our model very special. So, take first the pigment. For example, just to simplify, take the Europe hair, that is the 3004 reference.
That work out more like you were talking?
Good. Yeah, the only thing is that some of them I can see the lines too clear.
So I should have done it
yes,
more.
always you must try to blend it to avoid that. So the people must think, was painted by brush or by airbrush?
Got it.
Here I see that you painted by brush.
Okay.
This is why you must
Blend it more.
blend a little more, just a little more. Let
I
me.
thought I had done it too much before. Which one more?
Okay, we have the two brushes. I will explain you something with the pigment, but there are 1 million techniques with the pigments to make many effects. Obviously, we haven't enough time today because I want to show you also another thing. So take the brush number 6, the flat brush, and very quick and so simple. Take the pigment directly from the jar and apply over the surface in the lower areas this time. Lower areas. And now, if you want to take a different brush, can you open the thinner? We will damp the surface without touch too much the surface because we can remove the whole all pigment. Something like that. This is why it's important to let dry between technique and technique. And we will let dry. You can accelerate the process. No water, thinner. You can also make with water, but because the surface is oily, will be impossible to put the water over an oily surface. This is why we must use enamel odorless thinner. Yes, accelerate the process. So just put, don't be shy. You already are humidifying or not? Not yet, no?
Yeah. That brush is
Okay. But you already put thinner? Mm-hmm. You can put even more quantity of this. Eh?
Oh, okay, heavier.
Yes. And repeat again. So we must try to accumulate. Put here in the paper. Okay. Let me help you. Much better now. Put more. Don't be shy. Yes.
Okay.
Like this.
Heavier.
Yes. So only half of your tank.
Okay.
And now you humidify with the other.
Got it.
With vertical movements also, but not too much. Don't touch it too much or you will remove everything. Mm-hmm. You can put more quantity if you want. Eh? Okay, you can start adding a little more thinner and trying to unify. Yes, but always in half of your model. Mm-hmm. Okay? Don't put in that position, but you can humidify a bit more and expand to make it softer.
It's still coming off.
Yeah. Okay, you can accelerate later the process with the air. Save a little air from your compressor because we need to make splashes. Okay, try to blend a bit more because I can see the marks. Okay. Remember, if I see the technique, it's because you made wrong. You can add a little more thinner if you want to expand it more.
Again, you want to use the pigment from the bottom up?
No, I will make here only in half of the turret one example. You
heavy like that.
Yes, yeah, but because many will disappear. And now with the thinner, unfortunately, your turret haven't too much details. But when you have details, it's more easy. Okay. Because the pigment will be around all the details. Something like that. And now we will let dry. And even if it is irregular, we will retouch after it is dry. Okay?
Thank you.
So you can finish the rest and accelerate the process with the air from your compressor. Mm-hmm. Well.
That's the dry one. You want the thinner?
Yes, I want the dry. I want the dryer right now. Because you need to try to accumulate more in some areas. More irregular. Mm-hmm. This is only thinner. Eh? And now let dry. or use the airbrush, close the bottle. You already put the pigment?
Put a little bit on there, yeah. I noticed it got right in there, but it's about to.
Maybe you can put more quantity.
Yeah, that's-
Don't be shy. Use only half and put a lot of quantity and blend it. Because it's super easy to remove after it is dry. Eh? Hi guys, how are you doing?
I don't know.
No, well, it is drying. Accelerate with the airbrush because I want to see already dry. And you, Alan?
I am not sure on that.
Well, it's all the difference in the world once you dry it with the airbrush.
Okay, so you're spotting it and then dragging it down.
I just want to allow them to dry in more like clothes in that case, not like a streaks.
More like that.
So we will see if this will be enough or not. This is only thinner. Now accelerate the process with air and show me later.
So I only did it on the bottom part. 'Cause I
No,
thought that's what we're supposed to do.
but it's getting nice.
Okay.
It's getting nice. I like it.
Cool.
I like it a lot. Now we will make the splashes, so
Okay.
don't touch it because it's very well.
Okay. Not touching.
Control to Alan. If his look is more or less like yours. No, that I means control him
Oh.
to see if when you get dry, observe if it's similar to yours or not. Because this is a good example. It's a good example. Eh?
Yeah,
I got you.
that's too late.
Yes, more. Repeat. Add a bit more. Well, I want to see when it is dry, because that looks nice. Be careful because it can be removed only with your finger when it is dry. This is why now we will make the splashes over this dust coat. Too shy.
Too light?
Yeah, you must put much more quantity.
I put a lot, but I washed a lot off. So,
Yeah, but because you are removing a lot.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And I drip this on there, right? To let it saturate.
yeah, but don't remove it because you can damp it with thinner, but without remove it too much. For example, you can do this.
And that takes off most. How do you work that then?
When it is dry. If it's too much, you can remove it with a sponge, for example, with the brush. It's very flexible.
So once it's dry, then you'll
correct it.
Correct it with a sponge or anything.
Exactly. Or in that case, we will work over it with the splashes and mud. Accelerate the process. And you?
You do the same thing, you add a lot more.
Yes. Yes. Put more.
What I do is make a slurry.
Sorry. Tell me.
What I do is I make a slurry of pigment, I paint it on, and then when it's dry, I brush it off. That's how I use pigment. So that's
So you mix separate with thinner.
With cup, yeah, a slurry. So it's
Like a mixture of is liquid.
Then I'll cover like wheels or cover this. Let
This
it dry overnight.
This is another method.
And brush it off.
You can use that method. You can mix it even with some enamel products or paints. You can use like this. For example, I like this method a lot. When I have my tank, I put a lot of pigment in the surface, I dump it with thinner, and it's very easy because sometimes even I put different pigment colors in the same surface. And you cannot do that if you are mixing. This is
You're
why I
right,
prefer
you're right.
this.
Yeah, I've seen this since your very first videos, and I thought, well, that's a mess.
Yeah, but you put, it's not, this is the only technique that you can put a lot and nothing happen.
Yeah, well, that's true, because it'll come off.
Yes, exactly, because it's easy to remove. Now, while it is drying, remember, in that case, it's better if you put too much. In the other examples, I'll tell you, please, less is more. In that case, more is better, okay? Don't forget it. While it is drying, everybody take the dry step enamel product that is splashes, okay? And I will explain you something about that while your model is drying. The splashes product and the matte product, that is the other, those two, show to the camera, okay, you can see very well, okay.
Say that's watch the TV because they are not watching.
Espera, nos ponemos así, sí. Okay, those products are not paint. This product contain also a kind of micro texture inside that will allow to us to make a real relief in the matte, which is very important. If you are using just paint, you never will obtain a texture, a real texture of matte. But with this one, you can obtain a real texture by doing what we will do right now. We will use only the dry step, that is the reference 1751 splashes. Okay, that one. Because the other is the matte, the other is good, for example, for the running gear, or if you want to make also fresh areas of matte. There are many colors. There are colors for dry matte or dry splashes, and there are colors for fresh splashes or fresh matte. Okay? The fresh matte or fresh splashes always are darker than the dry one. And it's very easy to observe in any place. For example, go to a construction area and you will see the tracks with a lot of matte, and you will see some areas completely dry and another fresh. This is why the fresh is always darker than the dry ones, it's obviously. We can observe in the nature. So, if you are making a track running fast over some water, how is the name in English? When you, yes, this one is running over those. If there are splashes, those splashes will be dark and fresh. But if the same track stop in the road and stay parked during hours under the sun, probably those splashes that in the beginning were glossy and dark, those will be light and dry after it gets positioned under the sun. So it's obviously, no? So if you want to explain the story of your model, you must choose the right color, or dark one, or light colors. It's very important to explain the story, because if you put abandoned track in the side of a road and it's rusted and abandoned, but I see dark glossy splashes or matte, something is wrong. Cannot be glossy at the same time that abandoned. Can you understand, no? So we must use the right language. This is why many times I say that the techniques are like a new language. We can speak in English, we can speak in Spanish, or we can speak with weathering techniques. But you must use the language correctly, in a way that others can understand what you are doing. So this is why many times modelers become very frustrated in the contest. That they paint something beautiful and they say, hey, why I don't get any medal? My model is super well done. I made the splashes very nice, the chipping, but they are not using the language correctly, okay? Or they are using the wrong color to do something. What happens if I paint my Sherman tank in blue color or pink? Probably, even if I make a nice weathering, the judges will say, hey, are you kidding? What the hell is that? No, it's pink color, why? No, because it's my interpretation, because I am an artist. No. So you must use a green olive color to help to the people to understand what I am doing. So it's not only about the colors, it's also about every single thing that you will make in your tank. By the way, tomorrow I have 3 nice conferences where I will provide a lot of information about how to be creative with your models, how to be original, how to use some products, and how to prepare your models for painting and do many things. So I recommend you, if you have time tomorrow, to assist some of those conferences, or all of them if you are bored and you want just relax. But I will explain many interesting things tomorrow with some examples. So now that probably your kit is already dry, let's start working with the splashes. Okay? As soon as you open, you will see that it's very thick. It's like a cream or paste. Okay? And we will use this brush, the number 8, brush number 8, the one that we use it to blend the streaking. Okay? And what is your plate? Yes, this one. So, take a little quantity. Oh, my, it's normal. You will see that it's very dense. We will put there, and this is because it contains the texture that I told you. Thank you. So now we have the splashed texture. And now another important tip that not too many people know. More thinner in the splashes, the splashes will be more fine, more smaller. And more thick will be more thick splashes in your model. So if we have one tank in 1/16 scale, we must use a thicker mixture. But if we are making a 1/48 tank, we must reduce the size and we will put more thinner in the mixture, okay? So now, because this is 135, I will take thinner. I will add to the mixture. And observe what I will do with the eyebrush projecting over the paper. Can you be closer? Okay? You see the splashes. Some of them was very thick, but now I can enter in your model. Always start in the paper. Always start outside, just to discharge, or yes, discharge.
Like
no?
test?
Yeah, for testing, and to see that you have the right quantity and everything.
Like the right thickness?
Yes.
Yeah, thickness.
So I test outside, and now inside is. You can take more. Well, I let you to continue, and now I explain another thing. Probably, when you start splashing over your model, some of the splashes will be very thick and ugly. Don't worry, because this product allows you to let it dry and correct it after it is dry. If you do that with acrylic, it will be impossible to remove. So never use any other product that say acrylic to make this, or you can destroy your model, because.
You were using your brush
Yeah, let me show you, sir.
Sure.
And also,
We're trying to figure it out.
be careful with this,
Okay.
because it's open. Oh, contain paint. Be careful. This have paint.
Yeah.
What
So
is
it
that?
should just be air. There shouldn't be any paint in there.
No.
Oh, I thought you were putting paint in there.
Okay, Arten, one eye brush less.
Okay. Sorry.
Because don't put inside the airbrush. I think that someone was missing the TV.
Thought it was
No. The airbrush is only to use the air, but don't push the splashes inside the airbrush. You must put the splashes product in your brush. In your brush. Okay. Don't spray because the texture will be in the needle. Okay. No, not with your finger. No.
Okay.
No. This is why it's important to pay attention to the screen. Yeah.
I lost track of you too, Chief.
No problem. This is why we are here. Mira, even if you want to take more quantity, I do this. Okay. And now? Okay. So we need the product here.
Yep.
Okay. We take the thinner. This is thinner, right?
Yes.
And now we put it in that position. Can I use your eyebrows?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now
There's a little paint in there, though.
only with eye. Ah, you made the same.
I made the same mistake.
The mistake, guys. Okay. Should I brush less, Artem? Oh. This is like Africa. So, we will project air over the brush, only air.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So, as soon as I discharge a big quantity, I will enter it in my model. One round and stop and let it dry. Okay?
Okay.
This is the way.
Okay.
Okay?
And it doesn't destroy the
But
airbrush.
always trying and testing outside.
Yes.
And also, this will be useful to remove most of the paint, because if you start over there with a lot of paint, you will put too much.
Okay.
Okay? More closer.
More closer.
And closer to the paper with the brush. Maybe it's too thick. You need to put more thinner.
More thinner.
More thinner. More thinner, more thin.
Okay.
Smaller. Okay?
Directly onto the brush, or do you mix on your palette?
Yeah, you can take with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, this is more thin. So try now and you will see how after remove the most of the paint, you will start obtaining very small dots. For example, if you make 1/72, you must use a smaller brush and very thin, with a lot of thinner. Yes, exactly. 10 minutos.
My airbrush group doing. Yeah, so it's asymmetrical.
Yeah.
Random.
Fantastic, but I don't like the shape.
Yeah, I started to brush it here and couldn't do that.
Listen, when you do that, because this happened to me always, I make this process also in many layers, sometimes even 4 or 5 layers of splashes, and I correct everything between layer and layer by doing this.
How do you correct the splashes? I have got
Yes.
2 or 3 of your bottles, but I haven't used splashes yet.
Look that.
Okay.
For example, if I don't like any splash like this one, any dot, I remove it easily with the brush. If I don't look this one, so I remove it, the ones that are too big or unnatural, not natural. And this, I can blend in vertical movements.
All the way down.
Just a little. And will be more realistic now.
Okay, yes. Okay, and this over here is still is acrylic pigment with.
Yes, the pigment is like a base. It's not a problem. Everything is mixing.
Okay.
But the most important is to correct. So now, let dry, and you can repeat the splashes again.
Right.
But this is the way to correct. For one more time. For example, this one is too thick.
Too big.
I remove it.
Yeah.
So easy. Or this one.
Perfect.
You can correct even with a small brush if you want. But this is the way. Just let dry and repeat the process. You can keep drying with the airbrush and repeat.
You know, I was thinking I have an airbrush booth for painting, but at the bench for weathering.
Well, listen. Also, you can use a toothpick.
Right, toothpick or this spade has a metal bar, but the same thing. This looks very good.
Yes, with the airbrush it's more easy to control and you have more precision. Yes. This is why I like it.
Yes, it's a great thing at the weathering bench. Because otherwise I got to set up my airbrush booth, you know.
No, but it's only air. Right. You can use any other thing that projects air, so it's not a problem. But dry it and repeat.
Also, this color.
Yes, the same colors, yes. Sometimes with the same color, I make even 3, 4, or 5 layers. You are correcting now?
Yes.
Removing the dots that you don't like it, no?
Yeah, some went too high.
Perfect, this is the way. So, also, for example, if you have the complete model and you don't want to touch the turret, just mask the turret and you will avoid to make dirt in the turret. But this is the way. It's so simple. And now, when it is dry, you can repeat again to create more texture. Trust me, when you accumulate different layers, the texture that will appear is exactly like the real one, with relief. It's not flat. And you will see a concentration of them, of the texture.
All right. Thank you, sir.
It's my pleasure. Okay, we have only 5 minutes because it was impossible to take the room for more time. So one more advice.
I did a lot.
Yeah, but no problem, no problem. Can you, I will show you how to correct one more time. No, okay. This is normal. When I am doing that, this happened to me too. So I need to correct it. I take the thinner, and first, if I don't like one drop, I remove it. So easy. This is why you must use enamel splashes and never acrylic.
Because the acrylic dries too quickly.
Oh, of course. If this is acrylic, bye-bye. And if I want to fix some large areas, I do this, but not in all of them. A bit random and very soft, very smoothly. And only in the upper areas. So I can keep cleaning. And when I clean what I don't like it, I can leave others that I like it. But for example, I can correct some of them to make more random. Like this. And now repeat. You must repeat this several times. As much time you repeat, more deeper, more relief, more texture you will obtain, because that have texture. But only with one is not enough. You must repeat and repeat many times. Always correcting between layer and layer. This is the way. It's
I would have left the one.
No, but this is not.
I didn't realize that you would have done more.
If you let dry and you repeat again, it will be much more realistic, much more. And another layer, even more. And finally, you can use a darker one to make fresh splashes over the dry ones. More layers, more realism. So now, dry it and repeat. Thank you. Well, guys, I am sorry because we need to finish right now. We wanted to make more things, but it's impossible only in 2 hours. Anyway, all of you guys that stay here with us just following this incredible event in Virginia, I want to give you a big thanks to stay there. And don't miss that we will upload more videos from tomorrow, that we will make a sun conference talking about many things, and I hope you like it. So guys, thank you so much here from Virginia, from the United States, and see you soon. Bye-bye. I was telling to you too. But you can keep doing more if you want. Okay. I need to catch the bus. Brass.